I put that like up there. Gotta do this box opening, so we're gonna need the camera for later. And I gotta get the box frame for this camera. That chair is, I guess. Box. Me in the box. Out. Different kind of boxing. What's up, Ardent Dawn? Going, man. Doing well. Yeah, my stream schedule has been not great lately. I apologize for that. But I'm glad you're able to catch it. that takes some good work. You're like catching a fish. You're out there trying different techniques and whatnot. But in the end, you just gotta get lucky, right? Hopefully we do well today. I don't know. My LP has been it's been a donate LP kind of week, to be honest with you. I've been at 200. Now I'm at 16. One of those numbers is bigger than the other, but kind of weird. I feel like I'm getting better, but at the same time, my rank isn't actually showing that I'm getting better, so that's upsetting, right? Well, I feel like I'm improving. It's just that the numbers go in the opposite direction, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. It's a tough game. It's definitely not easy. I need a haircut so bad. Holy smokes. Be used to my Hearthstone content. You should be used to tough games. Oh. Yeah, those Hearthstone games are really complicated, right? Pretty tough. I feel like I'm close to getting things. It's gonna click soon. It's gonna click soon, and then we're gonna be Grandmaster in no time. It's just gonna take a little bit. It happens all at once. I don't know how to explain it. You know, there's like a wall, and then you break through it. You know. Nightfall just subscribed for 35 months. Welcome back to the Batcave team thing. Appreciate the support. Glad to have you back, dude. Yeah, there's gonna be a patch tomorrow. We might want to look at that patch, I guess, and maybe speculate some ideas and whatnot at some point. Maybe a little bit later on in the stream. But yeah, that should be interesting. They're nerfing Yasuo, so I want to try and play a bunch of Yasuo today, because he's got to be broken if they're nerfing him, right? Logically, if they're nerfing something, it has to be too good. But we should do what's too good. But the problem is maybe a lot of people also have that idea, and then it's highly contested, you know? But if it's not highly contested and I can do something that's broken, doing something that's broken is good. So many people are forcing him. Yeah, that could be the problem, right? If a lot of people are forcing him, that's not great. Yasuo does really well versus Redeemed because he can shred through their armor and stuff, but he does pretty poorly versus Forgotten because they can just kind of burst him down before he gets rolling. So maybe it's Forgotten. Everyone's playing Yasuo and they just force Forgotten. Maybe that's the strat. If I'm playing Yasuo, I like to start bow. How is this still flickering, dude? There's no bows here. I can start glove, I can start tier. I think both are pretty fine. Right, the flickering stopped for now. Now it came back. Yo. I hate that it flickers for some reason. My OBS is so janky. Full screen usually is better for me. A-bomb Draconic Zyra carry. That only works if you're really far ahead. The bed, how's it going, man? I got a computer to open, so we're gonna do a box opening thing and probably, or we're gonna need to like clip that for socials and YouTubes and stuff. Should be exciting and fun. The IE. So IE is a good AD item. This Lissandra pair is a little bit less appealing, but these are pretty good. If you get a Jewel Gauntlet, you can play the IE and the AD comp, but generally Gloved Sword is more AD, so you want to pick up AD-centric units here. So these Renewers and these guys are more AP users, so they don't use it as well. Now we have this, so now we can make Jewel Gauntlet, potentially IE later on. So now we can lean more towards either direction pretty safely. But we didn't know that at the time. This is a pair. Pairs are good. 2 redeemed units. We want to probably pick up this. We're going to get gold, so we're going to be able to buy all of these anyway, so don't need to stress over it. You get 3 items out of the starting part, and then you're going to get gold after that, usually. So always kind of expect 3 items and then gold, and then you can plan around how you sell based on that information, right? So we know we don't have to sell these to buy these, because we're probably going to get gold here. So here's gold. And then Italy, get the Draconic. We could get a Draconic start. We have 2 Draconic units. If we were able to hit a set here, that'd be pretty cool. Looks like redeem start. Cannon got like nerfed into the ground, so he's pretty trash. We could put Jeweled Gauntlet on this, and then look for IE for this, or Shojin, and then try and go into redeemed stuff that way. It's pretty good. Jeweled Gauntlet lowers my range a little bit, because you can't do Lux carry as well, but pretty good. Oh, I'm gonna win this too. It's pretty nice. I probably should just take this pair of cannons. A 2-star it. It's probably bait though. It's probably bait. It's too much money invested in a unit that's not very good. Cannon's getting buffed after this patch, so maybe he'll be playable then. Oh. Killed him just in time. Cannon buff tomorrow. Tomorrow we buy the cannons. Today, no cannons. Oh, Shojin. So that's going to allow us to get the mana to activate the Syndra's ability a lot and capitalize off the Jeweled Gauntlet. So that's fantastic. It's pretty ideal. And then that's our items for Vel'Koz later on in the game. We want to add a knight. So we level up, put that knight in, get a little bit more defense, help out this Syndra do her thing. Looking around to position against things. Probably want to be on the right side to stay away from some of those casters that are on the left side. Syndra has 4 range. A lot of the casters only have 3 range, so we can make it so that they have to step up to us more and get more favorable positions for us. Since we have AP items slammed, we're not really looking at Forgotten, but we're looking at potentially doing Karma later on. So we want to pick up Karma units. On Draconic Zyra carry is probably not happening because we didn't have a set here, so I'm just selling. Well, I guess I could sell this and get this. I just want to make sure I have the Dawn stuff in case we don't want to do Redeemed. We want to do Dawn instead. We do have a 2-star Aatrox, though, so we already 2-starred one of the Redeemed units, so they're probably going to be on it a little bit longer. Demon Husk is raiding with a party of 7. I appreciate the support. Glad to have you here, man. Thanks for the raid. I want this brand. We could do A-bomb stuff temporarily. I don't know if a new comes up on the next one, but probably not. But new, like A-bomb Vel'Koz? How many? We gotta move a lot of pieces around. Is this a double level? Double level put A-bomb in? We would drop knights. Kind of weird. We should probably play A-bomb here. Get away from redeemed. Our A-bomb gets an item from each of the people there. So he's going to get these 2 items and be a lot more powerful. So we have a really high odds of winning here. And then later on, we need to sell these A-bomb units and then assemble those items on a real carry eventually, because these aren't like super great A-bomb items. They're okay. But it is going to allow us to win the fight now, which is the important part, so we can keep this win streak going. If we weren't win streaking, we wouldn't do this. Nightbringers are really far away from us, so it's not something I'm looking at. We're looking at maybe going back into redeemed later. We have really good Vel'Koz items. Vel'Koz is probably what we want to do behind the A-bomb, and then eventually 6 redeemed with that probably, but take a minute. We're looking for third A-bomb item or third Vel'Koz item. Third A-bomb or third Vel'Koz item. New pair is reasonable as well. It's still like not a great A-bomb item. I'm gonna just take the crit gloves. We can build IE with that, which is really good for the A-bomb and also really good for the Vel'Koz. Slash other late game carry that ends up being in the thing. This is doing nothing, so we could put something else in. So we put the brawler in over that. Moving away from the knights. Thinking of what I want to buy there. Good. Looking around while I was thinking though. Gotta do 2 things at once sometimes. These knights are gone. If we can hold on to the redeemed, we'll hold on to the redeemed though. Dawn, I think, is too far away. This guy's never coming to play. This guy's never coming to play. There's this. Bum, bum, bum. Shadow Locket's so nuts. Oh. Rip win streak, dude. And rip this Kha'Zix. Bad. Not gonna buy that because it puts me under the 10, so I don't get the income bonus. We want that interest bonus. Brawler. Nice, nice. Brawlers are pretty good for A-bomb sort of stuff because you can run like 4 brawler frontline pretty easily. There's not a lot that we need to position against particularly that I can tell right now. I think we're pretty fine. Usually you're looking for like Dianas or, you know, other backline access things and then trying to avoid them, but it's a little bit early in the game for that, so the default positioning works out pretty well for the most part. We should make a beginner TFT guide. A lot of people are asking for it. I'm not sure it will actually do that well, but it does seem kind of fun. Maybe I could coach you and then we could record it. And then like you just ask questions and I answer them, and you know, it could be fun. Yeah, I do have a set in the shop. So we can get 4 brawler in and then step away from the redeemed for a while. We could play like anything as our late game. It doesn't need to be 6 redeemed Vel'Koz. It's just like if we stumble into that, that's a nice one. We're probably gonna 4 brawler, A-bomb, and then try and fast 8. And then after the fast 8, we try and find like Teemo, Heimer, some of those better late game sort of things. So we want to level up eventually. We don't need to level up now. We should be fine to win 3-1. How many people have gone 6? We already played this guy. We've not played this guy. Do we beat him is the question we have to ask ourselves now. And it's pretty hard to say. He's got 3 2-stars. I'm going to level. Put the 4 brawler in. I put Set towards the side because he's got a facing angle punch thing. We still make 20 while doing this, so I think it's acceptable. If we didn't make 20 while doing this, it's probably pretty bad. Now Set's gonna Punch all 3 of these guys, hopefully. Well, 1 died first. So we're up to 20 still, and we gotta keep these pairs. Bramble. Yeah, I guess there's a couple of IEs out there. We're just looking for crit-related stuff. Bramble makes you immune to crits, so it's good to slam if, like, crits are something you're worried about. Crits aren't something that we're particularly worried about. I don't know if we really need to slam it. We have 2 pairs to hit on the rolls. We could roll a little bit for the pairs here to try and keep our win streak going. Don't want to roll too much. Another pair. 1 more. Hit nothing. Okay. Eco back up. The 3, 6, 20. Probably take this Riven if we win. Riven's a pretty good fit as our next unit. Redeemed Karma already. That's very powerful. Where's our Karma? I want one. Riven could be your next unit really well, because it gets Dawnbringer and Legionnaire, which are both pretty powerful mid to early game traits. There's the scent. And it helps us lean into potentially using Karma as our carry with these items. So we can play Karma, we can play Vel'Koz, we can play Heimer, we can play Teemo. But a lot of those you don't get until level 7 or 8 because they're 4 and 5 cost units. So you can see down here your roll chance for those 5% chance to see a 4 cost unit, 0% chance to see a 5 cost unit. We want to just try and eco efficiently to get up the levels. But I'm spending a little bit of money occasionally because I want to be stronger than my opponents to keep this win streak going. Because the more wins in a row you get, the more gold you get. So trying to just keep the win streak going. If we win this fight, I'd sell this random Riven. Probably. It's not like I have a Karma or anything, so it's far away from being something that's, like, necessary. It's just kind of good. But the most important thing is getting him levels. So it's gone. See ya! Vel'Koz. We're not gonna get any of that. We're in first, so we get last pick. So we gotta do something with these armors and this glove. If we could get a sword, they would be ideal. Some tears, not bad. Looks like we're probably gonna get a cloak. We'll take the cloak that's on the brand, because that makes a unit. Nope. Alright. Sick. We can make a stone plate or a quicksilver. We only had choices for more armors. I don't think we want 3 armors. The Vel'Koz. So we could put Vel'Koz in now. And then do this. And then do this. And now we're playing Vel'Koz all of a sudden. Look at that. And we could even put QSS on him. It's a pretty good item on him. Then I can do this, and then pop this off this, so I don't have to sell him, put the QSS on him. So now we have a good front line, and we have something that can actually deal damage in the back line. We'll put this here so we have a little bit more tankiness, and so our A-Bomb at least has an item on him. Now the big laser. Wow, that hit that, and it didn't hit this. Usually Callista's there in the corner next, or something is in the corner next to the Vel'Koz, so then the Katarina throws. She throws at the farthest enemy. And it hits that, but it stepped up a little bit, so we got kind of robbed. But this is a good way to keep preserving my streak, you know? So we're level 7 and he's level 6. So if we win this round, we get the extra, you know, bonus win streak gold. Okay, we need that. I need this to be here. We need this to... I guess if they have no units on the left side, it's gonna get stuck like that. Maybe do something like this so that it's better, but then that makes our corner angle a little worse. But it should be fine for that guy. The thing jumping on us. Put that there. So hopefully the Kha'Zix gets drawn in by the Warwick and ignores this guy. Yeah, so it's got 50-50 to hit one of these two targets, but it never hits our main carry, and our main carry is pretty well aimed at the corner there. But then the Warwick jumps away. Warwick's ult makes him jump to the lowest health unit, so... But it's fine. It did its job enough, which is to get the one laser cast off. If you can't win the fight after one laser cast, then you probably messed up somewhere. One laser needs to do the job. Big laser. Oh, oh! What is this? Volibear Ivern? I guess we get rid of this Warwick now. Get the Revenant in there. And then this is my next unit to get Invoker. Holy smokes. And then we could get Lux potentially to get redeemed with the Invoker. We still have one extra Brawler in, so we're dropping the set. The set's coming out, and then this is coming in to get Invoker. Oops. It's huge to get a Volibear this early. Get a lot of pairs. I'd like to roll for some of these pairs since they're so plentiful. We should have a pretty high odds of hitting one of them. I'm gonna roll a little bit more. 4, 6. I guess we're stopping. One more. The Rel is big. That's our next unit. Over this. Do I need this? No, we already have this set up. The Rel's going in on my next level up. Volibear didn't have a good facing angle. So he jumps whichever direction he's facing. So if we want him to jump right, we need him to attack an enemy to the right of him. We'd want to offset him to the left of their frontmost guy. So we got to pay attention to what side we need to offset the Volibear to make sure that he's jumping properly. We also probably roll a little bit more because we want to preserve the 7-win streak, and we have 3 pairs. So hitting any of those will increase our power level by a lot so that we can continue winning. So let's try and probably do that. All right, we don't need to roll because we're the best. We just hit him. That's easier. Just hit, dude. This we wanted to just sacrifice probably. I kind of like just having a guy there. Laser's good there. We want jumping probably more to the right than the left. Fine for that guy. That's random, that's random, that's random. This wants to be over here. Okay, so it should walk this way a little bit and then jump over here. So it should lock onto this guy, and you see now it's facing this way, and then big jump, and then hits his carry, and then laser carry. That's clean. Forgotten, redeemed, skirmisher, forgotten, redeemed, dawnbringer. Lots of redeemed. It might be hard to get 2-star Vel'Koz, so we might need to. Can I level yet? No, next turn I can level and put this in. It's going to be a big upgrade. Is it better right now than something? We could put it in over Ivern. Nah, it's probably not better. Fine. This one needs to be here. Hopefully it goes this way. It has 50-50 to engage on the other guy. This one is good for him. We should jump this way because he's facing that way. The laser's on the wrong side for this guy, but the A-bomb's on the correct side for this guy. So it's kind of nice about the A-bomb setup. If they avoid the A-bomb, then they're getting hit by the laser. If they avoid the laser, they're getting hit by the A-bomb. So obviously, we'd rather have them get hit by the laser, but still. This guy's just got way too much tank, though. I don't even think if we had the right angle, we would be able to beat him. There's our win streak finally gone, but we had a good run with it. 8 win streak. Armor. If we could get that spatula, that'd be the best. But there's no way we're getting Kindred with the Shadow Spatula on it. We'd probably make a GA. Just to have some guaranteed front line out there. We want that sword, ideally. Otherwise, we can make, like, Shroud or Frozen Heart. General utility items. Or we could get none of that stuff and take a cloak. You'll say it. We're not trying to win streak anymore, so we don't need to try and push levels. We can just kind of chill and relax. We don't need to slam items. We can switch sides probably with our laser here, because everyone except this guy's here. We haven't played him yet, though. Simulation radio. And everyone else is on the other side. Let's see. Nice. I like our position versus this guy. Should go that way. Oh, he turned to the left? Silly volley bear. Why'd my bear turn around? My bear's trolling. Yeah, his Vel'Koz killed my Vel'Koz. He altered a little bit first. Oh, he's got the redeemed bear. He's huge. He's at 28 life, so he spent all of his money. So he's got no money. But he's huge. Garen's pretty good. We're probably moving away from the A-bombs and going into for Invoker pretty soon, if we can get a Teemo. But it's too early to do it just yet, but it's something we want to be looking at, is dropping this, and getting better units in instead. I think we just leave it for this fight. We have Ramble plus this for Garen. It's not horrible. Big bear ult. How you move up? It's wandering Vel'Koz. It's a good loss. So yeah, we managed our economy really well. We had a big win streak into this nice little loss streak. So that's what you want to do. You don't want to do any of that win-loss bullshit. You want to streak one way or the other. So this is clean. Arma we could play. We have 3 of the 4 renewers. If we can get a Teemo, we're in business. I think we should probably start just swapping. We're definitely doing it. That's going there. We don't need another one of these. We have tons of money to roll at 8, so we have pretty good odds of hitting this Teemo and replacing Vel'Koz with Teemo. Morello's is good for Garen.
No matter the cost.
The heavens guide me.
Justice shines.
There will be no peace.
The taste of power.
We could play like 4 Dawn.
The runes decide my path. The runes decide my path.
We didn't hit Teemo, we didn't hit 2-star this. A lot of misses. For the amount of gold we had, you know. I don't think we'd play Rising. This one's more important than the other one, because it has Renewer, which works really well with Hyper. Karma, no Teemo, no Vel'Koz. So you need one of those 3 carries to function behind your front line. Legionnaire, Gentle Hurricane. It's gonna be Ironclad for sure, I think, here. Second Karma. Vel'Koz, we could stay with that for a while. That's good, we at least hit something here. So now we can drop, are we dropping this? We drop this, and we just put in another Ironclad.
Let me at 'em.
For now. I don't want that running up right away. I want that more center. Alright, we're looking for Teemo. But we're doing a fancy little Vel'Koz. We can play Mystics instead. We can stay on Vel'Koz since we 2-started and just throw random Mystics in. Or we could try and build out 4 Invoker. Just throwing random Mystics. We're ecoing back up. I think we're stable. So I think I want to try and push for 9 from this spot. There's always a lot of Threshes in the lobby, man. The 6 Forgotten. There's at least 2, because there's 2 6 Forgotten players. I'm gonna try and go 9 from here. It's gonna be hard to get this guy to go where I want him to go. So we wanted this to jump in the right corner because this is gonna laser the left corner, so that'll kind of have both corners a little bit taken care of. Oh, he's gonna turn on this and jump here. Hopefully that clips this Lux. It's gonna be close though. Yeah, it gets it, it gets it. This, the whole team's done with that one. We're not super high damage with our comps, so this matchup's a little tough for us. Because he's just pumping out big shields with his Archangel Staffed Lux, and then he's got pretty good riddle items. And Redeemed gives him a lot of flat extra armor and MR. So Vel'Koz with QSS is not going to be enough to cut through that. We could do this. This is really good. That'll give us enough damage to cut through that sort of stuff. Getting a Renewer is also really good for us. Other than that, there's not too much else here that's super appealing. The Zeke's also buffs our carry a little bit, makes him cast a little faster, so that's not bad. But definitely want that. So now we can get extra AP. The Chalice gives the 2 units next to the unit that has the Chalice extra ability powers, so it's pretty good. If I would have bought that Karma, we could have went 4 Invoker from here. But yeah. We could put the Teemo in. So our problem with our comp was we had a little bit lack of damage, right? So now we just added another damage dealing carry. So that should help out a lot. We don't necessarily need 4 Invokers while running Teemo. Just the fact that Teemo is there is very strong. It opens us up to potentially run Lux instead of Syndra, but again, Syndra's just a really good unit, so we don't necessarily want to replace her. Ooh, Heimers. That Heimer is juiced! But he is in the cross section for us, so hopefully laser stun dead. Nice. Yeah, Teemo applies a slow effect on everything that gets hit by him, reducing their attack speed by 50%. So it's a huge AoE cast that hits a lot of the field, slowing the attack speed by 50%. In this game, you get mana for your attacks. So the lower your attack speed is, the less mana you're getting. And that's a big deal, obviously, because you can tell the alts are very impactful and important. So, yeah. Trying to eco up to 9. Diana jumping on us, Rise in front of us, not great for us there. Played this guy already. So, yeah, this is the only guy we don't want to swap for, but we want to swap for everybody else. Start swapping. With QSS, we can kind of just put him in the corner. This guy also swapped. Hopefully Syndra chucks him out of here, though. So Syndra's gonna chuck this guy before it ults. Ooh, Syndra almost died, but she got the chuck. Didn't get stunned by the Thresh because we had the QSS still up. Close. Draven goes down. Nice. Dexter is raiding me with a party of 1,031. Holy raid! Come on, guys. Thanks for coming and checking out the stream. I appreciate it. That's a big raid, dude. Hopefully your Hearthstone stream went well. I'm playing TFT, so it's a little bit different of a game, but it's pretty fun. It's it got some deck building style elements, so it can be kind of similar to Hearthstone, but in a vague, weird sense. These are fantastic items to flesh out this Teemo, so that's gonna be really nice. And we're in the top 4, so we're gaining points for this one already, but let's see if we can do better than top 4. We want to go first on this one. We want to try and get first if we can. 2 Morellos is a little redundant, but the belt item, so it gives some frontline or some health, and then these go on Teemo every time. Kale. Can't use Kale. Kale's a really specialized 5-cost unit that can be pretty good sometimes, but most of the time not super great. We're trying to save up until level 9. Kale's like an OTK deck. If Kale lives, you win the game, but it's very difficult to make it live. We played the one guy that's on... We played this guy, and we played the guy with the Diana. We haven't played this guy yet. This guy's Draven has no items, so I don't care about it, though. That's the scary Viego. Going for the Nidalee, though, instead of the Teemo, so we won a 50-50 there, which is kind of nice. Hopefully we can kill it before it takes his Teemo. Yeah, if it would take that Teemo, that would have been kind of bad. The dark blue buff active on their Rise. Now he gets to just cast constantly, and this Rel's invincible. This guy's going to be really hard for us to beat. His comp does really well into us. Our lack of damage, and this Rise is nuts. Set reduced damage, and then instant cast if below half health, and then come back to life when you die with half health, so he starts instant casting. Then his cast is a big AoE stun. That unit's getting nerfed next patch, so... But for the time being, it's disgusting.
But I can't stop smiling.
This is another guy that's a little problematic, so I want to stay positioned for him, because we haven't burst him in a minute. But he's probably going to do big damage to us. This guy we care less about because he's just weaker than a lot of the other players in the lobby, so I don't need to position for him as aggressively. Although he is itemizing. And hopefully the Syndra just chucks his Viego out here, or Viego gets on this, which then comes back to life without stealing anything. Oh, this guy switched! I was looking at everybody else, and then the guy I was trying to position for moved to the other side. But my laser's not hitting him. Slowing the attack speed on that Lux is really good, though. It was kind of stuck in the corner. It wasn't getting too many autos off at the beginning. Might have overstuck it. Ah, he's got me. Am I gonna make it to 9? I'm so broke. I'm gonna make it to 9 and not be able to play anything. We'll definitely go to 9 and just put a unit in, but it doesn't feel good. Or we could have just rolled and spent all of our money here to look for something else. But at this point, I was like, I want to go to 9. I'm committed. Just putting in another Rel can be pretty powerful. He switched back to the other side. Having one Rel on each side is kind of cool. They send a thing to the farthest away unit. Does this guy only have... Oh, he's taking them off the bench and then placing them last second? What a sweaty tryhard. I was like, what's going on over there? He doesn't even have units. He's doing next level strats. If we live here, we're going to have an easier time finding the 5-cost units. So, off the carousel, we want to get any of the 5-cost units we already currently have in play, and then we'll have hopefully an easy time trying to roll one here. Because at 9, we're up to 15% chance to see one of those 5-cost units. If we could find a Teemo on the carousel, we'd love to take it, because Teemo costs life instead of gold. So the only way we can get Teemo 2 for our big late-game carry is if we're able to actually find one on this carousel. So Teemo is the #1 thing we want. The bear's pretty good. No Teemo. We have Shadow Gloves to make this a knight. But we want to take that Shadow Spatula. He's going to take it, though. I guess we're taking the bear. Trying to two-star this bear. Oh, the Spatula would have been nice, though. Then we could have made this guy a knight. Or what's not a knight, a cavalier. Also looking for Karma. Karma's in over this for the 4th Invoker. There's the bear 2-star. Got an item that's not great for his position, but another bear. We got the 4 Invoker set up. We have a random glove that we could throw somewhere. Karma doesn't matter. Right. He's swapping. Oh. This is bad. This not being over there means it's not going to chuck this guy. Oh. I screwed myself positioning for the other guy last minute. That was swapping, maybe? No, we're strong enough? Just strong enough? Alright, yeah, we got 1 laser off, so that's usually good enough. Oh! The bear gets cast, maybe? Nope. I screwed myself. If I moved that faster, I win that fight. There's the teeny tiny things. Ay. You gotta. It's so many little things, and it's so hard to say all of them out loud while doing them too. Maybe we could have beat this guy. I think we always lose to this guy at the end. His comp kind of counters mine. This guy's comp counters mine. So the best we could have got was 2nd. So we would have won versus this, and then we would have versed probably this guy and died and gotten 3rd. It was probably the most likely outcome. So don't feel too bad that we mispositioned a little bit at the end there. It probably would have had the same outcome. But yeah, all the little things, man. Maybe it wasn't supposed to go to 9 that game either. So when I evaluated all the boards, I had to look and I had to be like, all right, can I make it to 9? And I thought, hell yeah, let's go to 9. I have 50 life. I got the good econ. My board's solid. It turns out I was 1 round short of being able to go to 9 comfortably. So I might have been able to get a higher position in that lobby if I had just rolled on 8 instead. Might have been able to secure a 2nd, but I was playing for 1st instead of 2nd. But it might have been a spot where I should have played for 2nd. I'm streaming, and I want to get some big-ass first places. So I'll play a little risky, you know? A little bit risky. Just a little. Not super risky, but, you know. Gotta go for big air. Oh, yeah. All of that kind of goes in and balances out your thought process a little. But yeah, I think looking back, you know, hindsight's 2020. Looking back, hindsightily, hindsadistically, yeah. I think it was probably roll at 8 and get the 4 invokers in at least, because I had that Nidalee in there, which was just filler. You don't want filler units while you're trying to push for a level. You want a full organized comp, yeah? What unit was I looking for at 9? At 9, I wanted to get the 5-cost units. So 4 Invoker uses Teemo, Garen, Volley carries. So, like, those are all very hard to get at level 8. So you kind of have to get to level 9 to then get those units. You can get them at 8, but it's 5% at 8 and 15% per roll at 9. All the 5 costs. And you can really use any of the 5 costs if you get it, but like 2-star Garen is the best if you can hit that. Garen and Teemo are nuts. What rank am I right now? I think I'm like Masters rank 40. I don't know. It fluctuates a lot. I'm not quite good enough to be Grandmasters yet, but I feel like I'm getting closer and closer. But it's a lot of like you know, learning something new, being bad at that new thing, trying it, losing a lot of ranks because I'm bad at it, then learning it, then gaining ranks back, then seeing something else that's new, then trying that new thing. So a lot of, you know, donating some LP. Could probably got that bow, huh? Yeah, that's a good way to put it. You get taxed when you want to try new things because your paths and stuff are just going to be not as efficient. So it's going to be tough to pull off some new things. And I'm still really new to the games. There's a lot of new things for me to learn. So I could probably get to Grandmasters spamming one specific build over and over again. But I like to try and play as flexible as possible and whatnot. Because I feel like that's going to build better patterns and things for being good at the game later. And I want to qualify to one of those dumb tournaments and win them. You know? Coven units. Those Giant Slayer tournaments and then, you know, win a world championship. Whatnot. So, I'm working on it. Ooh. Forgotten start. 3 Forgottens with this guy. Katarina is very good Forgotten unit. I had to sell the LeBlanc. Oh, it came back. LeBlanc is Coven and Assassin. So, like, 3 Coven can be pretty good with this because Coven provides an AP buff and this unit scales really well with AP. It also scales really well with IE and the Assassin's synergy. Assassin gives a lot of crit chance, and IE, Infinity Edge, gives a lot of critical strike multiplier, so you can tell how those... If you have a high chance to do it and the multiplier is big, they scale really well together. Want this Forgotten unit. I can't pick up that last Forgotten unit, unfortunately. But... And then I want to level up and put in this Assassin, and I want the IE here. The IE is not good if I don't have Assassin in. Right now, it makes it so there's tons of critical strike chance, but absolutely no critical strike damage. So we're critting all the time, but the crits suck. But if I add in Assassin, then we're critting all the time, and the crits are good. This unit is not in play, so I could probably get away with selling it. And put this in. Bow is probably going to go on Vayne at some point. We might need it to win this fight. Probably not, though. We probably smoked this guy, but... Yeah, you can see the big damage coming out from that Katarina. He's getting focused pretty early, though, because our front line is super weak. The bow difference? This bow might just be the difference that allows us to win this. The Cavaliers is going to charge pretty quickly, but no, she's able to chop it down. Ooh. Both of these are fantastic. The Shadow tier allows me to get Shadow Blue for Rise later on, or potentially midterm just blue buff for this guy. This allows me to get Last Whisper, which is fantastic on this unit, and also fantastic on Draven. So both are really good. Oh, I'm taking the gloves, I think, over the tier. I don't know. It's close. And I'm just putting this on my... Maybe I put this there. Try and win streak a bit. Pick a Brawler for my next unit to get some more frontline. As soon as your frontline dies, the units re-aggro onto the closest unit. And the closest unit's probably going to be the Assassin. Assassins don't have very much life, so you want your frontline to stand long enough for the Assassins to kill them. So... getting a decent chunk of frontline is going to be the next most important upgrade for me. We're just buying these because they don't inhibit our interest. Any benefits? There's negative of having shadow item versus regular item. The shadow items do different things, but also with Forgotten, each shadow item gives 10% more power to your Forgotten units. Or 10% more power of the Forgotten buff. So that can be pretty impactful. The shadow items are always a pretty heavy consideration with this kind of thing. I want this for sure. This goes in over that, and then level. We'll put this in. So we get Dawnbringer for the Kazakhs. And we get a little bit more frontline. Dawnbringer restores maximum health after they fall below 50% and gives a little bit of damage bonus. So it's really good on high health tanky units because he's going to restore a bunch of his health, which should give more time for the Katarina to jump around and slice and dice. Oh yeah, my front line didn't even get close to crumbling there. And then we want to pick up this assassin. Now we have the option to go 4 assassins at some point too, and move these items into a Nocturne if we can get a Shadow Belt and a sword or any other really good attack speed item. Nocturne carry, if uncontested, can be really good. Can be weak against Redeemed, but at least we have the Last Whisper. We're looking for tiers mainly. Tiers to enable Katarina or Rise later on. Draven only really needs 2 items, so if we're playing Draven, those are fine. Any sort of tank items could be alright as well. I'll take this belt. If we get a Warmogs, just throwing that up on the front line on this guy buys our Katarina a lot of time to jump around. So now we have to evaluate. We don't want to do this because 4 assassins is cool, is very powerful, will deal a lot of damage, but everything will attack our assassins because there's no tanks for them. So we want to do this. We want these synergies. We want these Forgotten bonus affecting our Katarina, which then gets multiplied by this. This flat damage plus crit to multiply said flat damage is really good. And then the front line, of course. We need the front line. We want to be making 10 gold here somehow. When you win, you gain 1 gold. We're probably selling the one with the belt. So if we're doing that, we can do it now. And then we can put the belt here so we get a little bit more effect for it for this fight. So then we would sell this unit, and then if we lose, we sell this one. If we win, we don't have to sell anything. Okay, the Raiden's getting attacked. Only getting attacked by Gragas, though. Gragas is a big tank, doesn't do a lot of damage. So it's clean. You know if it does, the Dawnbringer damage stack up as more and more die. Yeah, so each Dawnbringer that procs its thing gives all Dawnbringer units 12% increased damage. No, it's a solid one. It used to only give 10, but they buffed it. So the more you have, the better the effect gets. It kind of scales a bit exponentially. Because the effect itself gets better, but then it's also proccing more time, so it's getting more of the damage thing. So early game, you just kind of use 2 for the health regenerating effect, and then later on, the karma comps and other things like that really utilize the damage portion of it. I moved this over here. Katarina throws to the furthest target. I was going to move the Kazakhs to the other side, but basically I wanted Katarina to throw at that guy. Kind of worked out still. Boom. The A-bomb's probably going to wake up and kill all my people, but not going to lose too much life, hopefully. A-bomb's really strong at this stage of the game. I want to make it up to 20 for sure. I don't think we're going Assassins this game, so I'm going to do this to pick up the Forgotten unit. There's another guy going Assassins, and we don't have the attack speed item for Nocturne, which is super important for going Assassins, because he scales with the attack speed really, really well. He gets a heal every 3 attacks. So you need attack speed on him. And this guy's already kind of got him in Assassins and stuff. I don't know. It's an okay comp, but it's not a comp you want to fight over. It's good, but you don't want to be holding hands with somebody going for it. Huh? I lost 1 HP. Yeah, you lose 1 HP when you leak only a summoned unit. So we lose our streak is the big thing. So we're going to have a little bit less money because of that. Of the bow. We could build an attack speed item for Draven. Oven doesn't matter. We have 2 brawlers, so like the 3rd brawler maybe does something. Another Forgotten unit. How many people are playing Forgotten? There's like 1 other guy playing Forgotten. Maybe 2. He's more Karma. That guy's Karma is just using Forgotten unit to hold. This guy's playing Forgotten for sure. He's already rolling down right now. He's trying to roll before everyone else playing Forgotten to take out the Forgotten units. We definitely don't want to roll after we start seeing him go. We'll get this interested and try and have a little bit more money than him to roll. And reverse him. And he hit the Draven! Yeah, he's huge. This is gonna be a problem. So yeah, we want to roll down and do kind of what he did, but we were waiting one turn because I'm greedy and wanted a little bit extra more money. We probably should have just did it then, but when I'm not so contested for it, I usually like to wait. If there was 2 other players playing Forgotten, I'd like definitely do it. With only one other guy playing Forgotten, it's not too bad. Yeah, he has none of the items for it. He's just hard forcing it without the items, which is kind of fun. Another last. We just want the bow. We could put RFC, it's fine. We play 4 Brawler as our front line for the Can Arena, and that's probably fine. And then we can eco a little bit more aggressively. We don't have any 2 stars though. We could lose streak for a minute. Then get an item up here maybe. We're definitely not very strong. This is one of those hard spots where you have to try and evaluate how much money you want to spend to go into that direction. Yeah, we'd probably leak a bunch. This guy's playing for. This guy's going Forgotten too now. Yeah, we're weak, but we're not losing a ton of life with the 4 Brawler. It's so tanky. Shadow RFC good on Draven? Yeah, Shadow RFC is good on Draven. Thing is, we might not be going it though, because it might be overly contested. We haven't hit too many Forgotten units, right? Too many Forgotten units. Syntax errors, thanks for 3 months. Appreciate the support. Glad to have you here, man. I need to get the assassin bonus in for this to actually be good again. Oh, wait, why do I have... Yeah, I should drop the Forgotten bonus for the assassin bonus. I'm misplaying. Then the swap needs to happen. I just noticed that. Remember I talked earlier how, like, the IE sucks unless you have assassin bonus on? Yeah, well... That's what I'm doing right now, and it's sucking. That's my bad. You don't want to do that. Nice. Draven. If we can get that Draven, we're taking that Draven. And then we just pivot into the Draven and sell the Cat Arena for now. Boom. Just get your carry off the carousel. Let's go. I have an extra bow now, which is a little awkward, but... I'm not skipping the Draven at 3-4. You're crazy. So these items go on Draven. He's a really good carry for it. Is that 6? No. 6 Forgotten. So now we just need to get another Forgotten unit in to replace this one. You can see the little rings here are indicating that we have the buff active. We're still up to 20 here, so it's not too bad. Unit's gonna get sold, so I'm just gonna put an item on it to help it. I want to get that assassin in and try and maybe win around here so we don't bleed as much life. Loose streak is cool, but after the carousel portion, it's not as good anymore because we already got what we wanted. We wanted that first pick on that carousel, so we get his Draven. So now we're back into winning business, you know. We've changed tact. We were a loser, but now we've grown up and we're less a loser. You know what I mean? Caught you on Hearthstone off stream earlier. GG. That wasn't me. But GG. Your game went well. I don't play any Hearthstone off stream. I'm pretty burned out on it. So if you see anybody that's Firebat, they're imitators. They're copying the swag or whatever. Feels bad. There's a lot of Firebats now though. It's kind of cool. I get excited when I verse Firebat. This is one of my favorite parts about playing Hearthstone is versing Firebat. It's pretty cool. Holy smokes, that thing crit big. Alright, we just need a Forgotten unit to replace this and put the things on Draven, and we're gonna roll for it, so I'm just gonna do it now. We'll be fine against the creeps. This way I have my... Oh, I should put this in. Or this in. So that we could free up this 4 gold, so we could potentially make it to 40. I just unfreed up a gold. Alright, we made it anyway to 40, so we're good. Second Draven. There's some Forgotten units. There's a Forgotten unit. So that can go in over that. Do we keep going? Yeah, we want to 2-star some things. We need them 2-starred. They're all 1-starred. Pivot? Can we pivot to Karma? We have no mana and no AB items. We cannot pivot to Karma. Oh, I just rolled past the Katarina. Oh my god. There's a lot of not making anything. No Rise either. Thrashes we already have, so we could sell those. Do we have 3 pairs that we have to hit? We don't have the life to not roll here. What is this? I have no AP items, and it's like, here, have some sick AP carries. Oh my god, it's trolling me, dude. We have Draven too. We still don't have frontline for him. The frontline is so lacking, and this needs to go. There needs to be a Legionnaire. Okay, we'll put that in for now. We need a Legionnaire really badly. So that Draven gets his Legionnaire proc, which gives him 25% attack speed, and then every time after he casts his ability, he gets a heal. We don't have a healing item on him, so getting that sustain will be nice, because you can see how he's getting, like, chipped. All that chip would have get healed away if we have a Legionnaire in. So it's super important. Kale would have been a fine Legionnaire. Kale sucks. We would have replaced it immediately with even a 1-cost Legionnaire just to free up the money. But I should have taken it. Just, I don't know why my brain wasn't thinking about the Legionnaire. I was only thinking about the 6th Forgotten. But yeah, Legionnaire. Don't let me miss another one. I'm rolling for it. There it is. Alright. We'll drop our weakest unit, which is probably this Warwick, to be honest. And then put this on Thresh. We're here. We're not strong. We're not weak. We're here. The nice thing about RFC is we can backline to Draven. Normally, Draven has only 3 attack range, so you have to put him on the 3rd row, otherwise he walks a lot. His ability, he throws an axe, and then he creates... the axe comes back, so you see these things on the ground? So if he catches the axe, he gets bonus damage. If he doesn't catch the axe, he doesn't get the bonus damage. So you want to put him in a position where he doesn't have to walk around a lot. The reason why RFC is so good on him is because that allows you to put him in a position further back away from things. So RFC is a very powerful item on him for making positioning easier. If you're super duper pro and position perfectly every time, no matter what, it's not that good of an item. But if you're bad like me, or just like kind of okay at the game, I would heavily consider RSC, as it just makes it so much easier and you're just going to be more consistent. Need rise items. I'm gonna take that. Ale. Shadow Bow makes Hellion. We could have made Hellion, or we could have made I don't even remember. What is this? What's Shadow Glove? Oh, that's A-Bomb. Yeah, yeah. So we could make A-Bomb, or we could make Hellion Spatula. Neither of those are good, so the Spatula wasn't good for us. I think Riven is honestly better than Kayle. Kayle only has 500 health, and she activates stages over time the longer she lives. You see she's got 4 different stages here she activates. She takes 5 seconds to ascend per stage. Each stage does different things. But it's really good with a stall comp. Forgotten doesn't give any defense. It's all offense, baby. So she's got to be like literally the worst unit in Forgotten. No. Get out of here. Yeah, Heck 2 is super nice. Just any front line is so big of an upgrade for us. We gotta start scouting around and making sure that this is on the opposite side of their carry, because he always throws at the farthest unit. So, usually the middle is a pretty safe spot to put him, but if you can accent him a little bit towards the opposite side of their carry, it can be pretty helpful. We want dark blue. We're waiting for items still. Kayle 3 yesterday? You're nuts, dude. I've never seen a Kayle 3. That sounds pretty crazy.
The dawn is coming.
Yeah, we're not going for a Draven. Especially with 2 other Forgotten players in the lobby taking Dravens out, it's going to be almost impossible. If we could hold it without interest costs, we could have done that just to like deny that guy from getting his 2-star a little bit longer. You want Rise on the same side as Draven, because Rise offers a stun, and you want him to protect the Draven. Stun things near your big guy that does many damages is really a good strategy. Oh, Draven, look at him go! Yeah, see the difference between Legionnaire and not Legionnaire? Holy smokes, the Legionnaire buff is good. We could get Lulu. I would have to give up that though to try and find the Lulu, but Lulu's a good ad for sure. Our next step is going to level 8 and putting in an additional Mystic a lot of the times. Depends what the lobby is, but so there's 1 AP, 1 non-AP. What, like a 4 and 4 split? So we probably just add Mystic, because the Mystic's just generically good. Lulu is one of the best ones to add, because Lulu buffs the attack speed of nearby units, which is very profitable on our Draven. As you saw from last fight, is he just shredded everything. Get a little more attack speed on that guy. They're nice. Riot Slayer, Hodge, Trojan, Last Whisper. So at 5-2, sometimes you get an armory that shows item options, so... We're on a 4 win streak, so we level to try and preserve the win streak, even though we don't have a ton of money. And we're looking for... Mystic. Rel's good as well. Rel provides a shield. We get Cav bonus to make our Hecarim a little bit more tanky. We're probably gonna... But I'm gonna try and slam this Shojin to help us lose less. The Rise casts a lot faster, so we can get more stuns faster. I don't know, he has a... This guy at stage 5 usually kind of falls off. Maybe we're fine? He's not one-shotting anymore against our 2-star unit. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. So we get to preserve that win streak, which is big important going forward. big important win streak because we broke. We broke. We're living and dying by this extra 3 gold. It's giving us the same thing as if we had 3 of these bubbles ticked. 30 interest holding there, so. Forgotten. Morello's for Rise. So Forgotten allows me to drop this vein and put an additional unit. It's difficult for me to put an additional unit that's very good right now. We could also just take Morello's so we have healing disabled and put it on the Rise. It's very good. I don't think I have the money to make use of this right now, but it will probably be better later. I'm going to take the Morello's for now. Morello's very good. Put it on this Rise. Then I'm going to peel this off this, put this here, switch these two. And then try and aim this at where their carries are, which is mainly left. So I'm going to put that there, move that there a little bit. So hopefully this is going to hook the left corner now. Ekrum's a really good unit for stacking tank items on because he heals himself. So, with more defenses in the guide that heals himself. Very good. And Thresh pulled the guy in. Never playing either. One shadow item feels sad. You don't need shadow items yet. In after next patch, they're making it more necessary that you have shadow items. Right now, the shadow items are just icing on the cake. If you can get the Forgotten setup with like reasonable regular items, it's fine. It's still good. So. Everyone is like in a position where it looked like they were going to swip back to the left. They were all like showing right side, but I thought all of them would swatch back, so that's why I didn't move my Thresh over. And he did swap back, so we should still Thresh this guy. Boom, big Thresh. The Riven's chasing him down too. I don't know how the Riven got over there, but good work, Riven. Get in there. You love to see it. What's up, the Darkest Pumpkin? How's it going, man? Seven win streak. Looking for item for Rise or tank item, one of the two. Rise with the death camp, I would love to take. Tank item wise, like Locket. Locket's gone. I can get the Rise with the decamp. Let's go. There's a Rise pair, and it's going to be a powerful item on him. Preserve my win streak. I want to try and hit. Hit. All right. Cool. That was easy. So what other hits do we have left? Is it worth it to roll? That's what we have to evaluate. We already got this. We already got this. We already got that. We replaced this with this, so it's not that big of an upgrade. We're not paired on that. So the only thing we're paired on is this. So we're rolling for like one thing, so it's never worth roll. We need to swap. Probably swap. So yeah, that's going to hit the karma now. That's good. Oh my god, the Daisy murdered me. And the karma hit there too. That Daisy stun. Holy shit, that loss was big. Oh shit. We definitely can't go 9. We're at 33 life. This is not a go 9 game. This is a top 4 kind of game. I was at 50 health really early on. So this is like a 4th, 3rd game. We also didn't have blue buff for Rise, so. And the Draven items are like okay. They're not good, and we don't have any shadow items. We should probably just build this last Whisper on somebody. They're just putting on. Eventually, it probably goes on this. Yeah, what happened there? How did that Daisy spawn there? Like, popped past my dudes and got me really good. Yeah, I don't know. His Ivern, like, walked in really funnily. Yeah, the A-bomb got changed. It stops after it goes through 2 units. You can corner on the same side as the A-bomb still now. Before, it used to just go through all the way. So if you were on the same side as the A-bomb, you got murdered. I'll pick up the Hecarim. Hecarim's got some items on it, so 3-starring him might be kind of a viable strat, especially since we're going to roll down on 8. Triple item. That's going to be a super tanky Hecarim. Then where does the Warmogs go? He's already 9? Damn, dude. That's crazy. 5'7", level 9, banking 30. He's huge. Yeah, these are fantastic items. Defensive items are a welcome sight here. We already have life on the Hecarim, so to get capital, we don't want to add more life. We want life plus resistances to make each point of life more valuable. So life, resistances, resistances. It's a pretty good setup. I guess technically we could have played Darius over this. Picked up that Darius. Diego's going in for sure. We never played Volley Bear. This goes on Rel just to make sure she ults for now. So we need these to go in. We're picking up the Mord probably. Mord usually goes in over the Legionnaire. He's kind of like the best standalone Legionnaire to run due to his tankiness. Think I can win it now? We're not winning. We're not winning, guys. We might be winning, guys. We might be winning, guys. Now we can take the Forgotten Album. Frozen Darkheart or GA are both really good. I still think it's a bait, but it's a shadow item, which is pretty good. I'll take it. Now I could run this. Get Dragon Slayer. And then we can run this over this. And then where does this go? That goes on Katarina probably. She has higher crit chance so she can proc it a little bit more often. And then this is harder to fit in. I want the Viego. It goes in over the Rel. I lose a lot of frontline that way. I have really good frontline items, so maybe I'm okay losing the frontline? Sweet Lord, Draven, could you have walked in the laser anymore? Viego over Cat. Oh, yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's just Viego over Cat. Let's hit this Hecarim. We got the 2 cost to thin him out of the pool. Diana too. Another Viego. I get a quick glance at where I wanted that to go, but it's a little tricky there. Yeah, Thresh on the opposite side of your carry is really good for being able to pull assassins away from your carry. You saw that Viego got hooked there. Pretty gnarly. Yeah, barely alive here. We have 3 upgrades pending. Guy die? Deluxe. Fully juiced. And he had this guy just idling in the corner. Yeah, they hit pretty hard. You have to beat somebody. This is gonna be tough. We're not very strong. Frozen Heart? Shadow item? We probably just want a shadow item, to be honest with you. Like ZZ Rant. ZZ Rant's a better tanky item. It uses a belt, which belts on Mordekaiser scale really well with his ability, because his ability is based on percent of life. Oh, the Hecarim. Shoot. Oh no! The Hecarim! 2-star Viego, yeah. But that is a bad item for Viego. There's the Hecarim. Just get the items first, guys. Do I make the rel, or do I sell and move the Warmogs onto this Mordekaiser? That's the real question. I'm making the rel.
This is gonna suck for you.
Kill that Nidalee. Yes. Get away from my Draven. You just need not a lot of things. Oh, he was just about to heal. And the karma got him. But the rest of my stuff is holding pretty strong. My front line's really good. Ryze does a lot of damage here. The Morelos is going to stop the healing from the Garen and the other guy. So that's going to be really key. Looks like Ass Blaster Master getting blasted. Master that. 1 life. Top 2. We gotta beat the guy that was level 9 at 5-7. You're not beating the guy that's level 9 at 5-7. He hasn't hit too much, to be honest with you, though. We need a Syndra. Get a Syndra to chuck that away, maybe. How do you fit a Syndra in this comp, though? So we need this, the opposite side of our carry, to try and pull the Viego away. That's going to be super important. He's going to try and move that somewhere that's annoying. I DC'd.